The number 20 card of the major arcana of the Tarot is the Judgment card. And 20, of course, reduces down to the number 2, which is the number of relationships, uniting with the other, communion. And the Judgment card is very much about us uniting with ourselves or with the divine part of us. The element associated with Judgment is fire. And just going into the card here with that, fire represents the divine spark within us, that the spark of life. And you can see the people here rising from the grave. They've been infused with the fiery spark of life, the spark of passion, and they're rising up to the calling. Now, the ruler of the Judgment card is the planet Pluto, and Pluto is a god of the underworld. And the underworld, in many traditions, is a place of healing. And when we are healed, when we are ready to be infused with that divine spark of life, we can rise again from the underworld. Now, Pluto, interestingly, had also the name of wealth giver, and it is through going into the underworld, going into those darkest parts of ourselves, going into, as I've mentioned already in a few other cards, having gone through that dark night of the soul, having gone through the dark time inside the cocoon, we are now rising up. Okay. In the PDF I wrote, with the Judgment card, we are being called to rise up from death, in quotes. So from an ending, from a stagnation phase in our life, from feeling unmotivated, even unpassionate in our lives, to have a reborn relationship with ourselves, and especially with the divine part of us within us. We must look back upon our lives thus far and face the truth, as well as forgive, in order to understand where to go now. And that looking back on our lives, you can say the day of judgment, our day of judgment. That time we spend in stagnation, in the underworld, feeling unmotivated, unpassionate. That's when we must do this deep healing of acknowledging the truths about our lives, about a part of ourselves, whatever it may be, forgive ourselves, and rise up. This card often comes up at major turning points in our lives. And you can even see the angel with the horn as heralding a new day, heralding, the new day, because this comes from the sun, heralding in a new stage in our lives. Archetypes associated with the Judgment card are one following their passion, a born again such and such, and one starting over, starting again. Now here we have the angel, as I mentioned, blowing the horn, calling us. You can see the angel again, angelos, messenger. There's a messenger, a divine messenger, whether you feel it's God directly, your guides, an angel guide, your inner self, your higher self, your soul, calling out, blaring a horn, saying, rise up, wake up, come out of this stage of stagnation. You've done your time through the dark night of the soul. You've healed, at least to a certain degree. Now it's time to rise up, face that new day that the energy of the sun card before this one brings in, and let yourself be infused with that divine spark of passion, and rise up and follow your passion. Listen to your calling. And those, the angels blaring the horn, but sometimes those messages come in subtle ways. But if you get the Judgment card, it's saying, listen to those subtle messages. They will get louder and louder until you do. Okay, next we come to our last card of the major arcana, the World card.